We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the first running back drafted this year is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, Taylor. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
11. Go ahead. 6.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo flushed out right. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. David Bass in there to drop him for a loss on the play. And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Slow.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Slow. Slow.
36. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Get set. 6, 6. 1, Omaha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Slow.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Going for the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are in for 6. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He dumps off to Morris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Slow.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Slow.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Taylor will throw. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the game for Crabtree. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Slow.
Now Taylor on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Slow.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A handoff to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The former first-round pick, Shea McClellan, in on the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Tyrod Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hurry up.
Here's Morris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. This is Morris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a gain there of 11 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Hey. You got three. 3 down. I got you.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Gold is able to put it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Slow. Z.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. the 49ers get there. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Call that a 48-yard punt, and made even better by a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Morris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Slow.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. And bulldozing his way through. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Slow.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Damon Harrison breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go ahead. 12, 12.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is brought in at the 21. Still shedding tackles. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slow. Right. Back for 2. Back for 2.
On second down, Taylor. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They begin the drive with Morris. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he finds Julius Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Move it
Garoppolo now. Just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He'll dump it off to Procise. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Breida, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
They run with Morris, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards. And now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
One, Omaha.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Single receiver. Go ahead, go ahead. Motion.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye.
I got you.
They'll try to run it with Morris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Hey. 12, fellas, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They run for it with Breida, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Garoppolo to throw. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
11. Wait. 12.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 20. 10. 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And who's got it? The Giants.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Garoppolo now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. David Bass in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Black 80! 80!
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, it's Barkley. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A terrific run by the rookie Barkley. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.